Part of the Moon administration's plan to bring down unemployment rate among youths is subsidizing smaller firms using a supplementary budget. A move deemed necessary as low pay is a key reason job seekers choose not to join such organizations. But experts argue this may not be enough to solve the structural problems of Korea's labor market. Hee-jun brings us their analysis.
The Korean government announced Thursday that it's planning a supplementary budget worth around $3.8 billion to help solve youth unemployment. If passed by parliament, it would be the second extra budget executed by the Moon Jae-in administration. But this time, it's focused on payroll subsidies for small and medium-sized companies and providing financial support for young people hired by those firms. But while it may be good news for small and medium-sized companies, experts are skeptical about whether the extra budget will be able to effectively tackle the high levels of youth unemployment.
Just putting some trillions of money into the system won't be the right solution. The government is trying to implement a kind of emergency kind of job creation, and I think that's kind of a transitory solution to the problem.
One of the biggest challenges in the labor market is the growing mismatch between the jobs that are available and young people's preference for high-paying jobs at big companies.
The wage gap would be something like when you index large companies' wage as 100, then small and medium-sized companies' wage would be something like a 65 or somewhere between 60 and 70. Unless you tackle with this wage gap problem, it will be very difficult to persuade young laborers, young people to go to small and medium-sized companies.
And even if the new plan provides incentives such as cheap loans for apartment rental deposits and transportation allowances, economists predict it still won't be enough to change things for the younger generation.
That's a temporary subsidy which has to be financed by the tax revenue. And this kind of a temporary measure will have a limitation. I really do not think that young laborers would find it comfortable to work in a small, medium-sized company with such a temporary subsidy.
To prevent the new supplementary budget from becoming another expensive failure, there are calls for a practical solution that not only stimulates smaller firms' productivity, but also actively brings in younger workers. Hee-jun, Arirang News.